Welcome to Yukon in North 61. So today I got up early here, did some reloading, and been playing with a 25-06. I've been playing with this 25-06 and thought I'd try some new bullets in it. So I've tried the 101 grain LRXs. Although I'm getting 3,336 feet per second with reloader 17. And looks like it's under half a minute of accuracy. And they're scary accurate. And at 3336, I'm getting .380 groups. Pretty unbelievable. And it gives me a point blank range of 336 yards or so. So it's going to take me a while to get used to this flat trajectory. The point blank range is actually 363 yards, where that bullet is no more than 4 inches high or 4 inches low when sighted in at 309 yards. I've never really shot something that flat, so this is something totally new to me. Quite amazing. And then these click turrets have been working pretty well right out to 600 yards. And I'm still getting over 2,000 feet per second and over 1,000 foot-pounds at 600 yards. So let's take a look at that. So these LRXs are supposed to expand a little better than the TTSXs, but still I like to see 2,000 feet per second in my copper bullets. And that 101 will get me there at 666 yards. It'll still be going 2,000 feet per second, compared to my previous favorite bullet, the 120 grain boat tail soft point by Spear. It only goes to 636 yards, so I've gained 30 yards at 2,000 feet per second. What I've lost compared to the 120 grain Spear boat tail soft point, because it has a ballistic coefficient of 480, where the 101 LRX is only 400, I do lose a little bit of long range energy. They're started nearly the same at about 2,500 foot-pounds at the muzzle, but I get to 1,200 foot-pounds at 492 yards with the 101 and all the way to 554 yards with the 120. So I've lost 62 yards in range and energy. Another gain is point blank range. So amazingly, if I'm looking at a 4-inch PBR, so I'm going to hit an 8-inch target all the way out, I get to 363 yards with that 101 grainer. If I sight in at 309 yards and 342 yards with the 120 grainer. So they're both really, really good, but I've gained 21 yards in range and trajectory with that 101. Wind drift is another big, it's almost the same, within an inch and a half all the way up to 600 yards, so no real difference. As far as recoil, I'm getting 15.61 foot-pounds of recoil with that 101 grain bullet, which is 60% of a 30-06. And the 120 is 72% of a 30-06 with 150 grains, both in 7-pound rifles. So pretty good. So I think the advantage of the 25-06 is one thing, speed. So why not run it to 33-36? That's fast. And that gives me a 360 odd yard point blank range, where the bullet doesn't go over 4 inches high or low. That's incredible. Really, that means that all the ballistics, range finding, all that kind of stuff, for most shots I wouldn't even have to bother with. But when I do, those clicks, I know people talk about those scopes from Loophole as not being click repeatable. This one has been really, really good. But it allows me to click less. So why not go for a little bit more reliability in my long range hits with these really, really fast speed demons? And the 25-06 is about speed. I do lose a little tiny bit of long range energy over something like a 480 ballistic coefficient 120 grain boat tail soft point, but I think that's more than made up for in the extra speed. I get 2,000 feet per second further, which will mean those bullets are going to basically expand for sure way past 600 yards. I'm not going to shoot to 600 yards unless I've wounded something, but it's nice to know if some 650 yards away, I'm not helpless. And to 400 yards, I think that thing is going to be death. I really like the 25-06 with caribou. I think I'm going to use it again with an even better bullet, and we'll see how these work. I know the 117 grain Hornady boat tail soft points in factory ammo, only one around 29.90 leaves a hole that big in the offside of a caribou chest, and they just fall down right away. So I think we'll see how this LRX does, but I can't imagine that it's going to be a really, really good bullet with better penetration, better for bear defense. I know that's some people would poo-poo a 25-06 for bear, but I wouldn't be too worried about it with a bullet that penetrates like that. And it's going to be fun. I'll give it a try. Really excited by these new bullets.